Hey, this is Stan here. I'm a high roller dealer in a casino, and I've got some breaking news for you about how to make more money in the casino in the long run. These have been generated from years of research from yours truly, so you know it's not biased. The first tip that I have for you is never ever use your player's card at the casino for like a video poker machine, slot machine, whatever, anything that they can track. Why? Because if you're winning, they're gonna type the machine because they know that you are the one that's playing it. And they can say, hey, this person won X amount of money last time, let's make sure that they lose this time. And that's not good. You don't want that. You want to win. Put your player's card at the tables though, because all the cards are shuffled by the dealers or whatever, right? They're all games of chance. They don't use a random number generator that can be rigged. Yes, that's right. They rig it for you, and you don't want that. You want the best possible outcome. So tip number 2, another tracking thing. When players come into the casino, they have facial recognition technology. They know exactly when you're coming in and when you're leaving. And they know that you're a frequent player between the hours of X and X, or coming on a certain day or with a certain group of people. And they could put specific dealers in the casino tables at that time, or maybe do like a quick shuffle to rig the deck, and they can prepare for that first game that you play. And so the best way to avoid this is to wear a disguise. Or do what cars do when they try to avoid speed camera tests when you're entering like a toll road or something and go really, really fast. So just run right in super fast and you'll beat the camera from identifying your face. Or wear like a disguise, like some sunglasses and a hat. Make a note of that because it can affect your wins over a long period of time. The next breaking news tip that I have for you is befriend the dealer. Somebody like me in the high roller room. If we come to some sort of agreement, maybe I can make things better for you. Now, obviously, don't do this in the casino. You gotta find me in the back alleyway after my shift, or when I'm off work, when I have a vacation day, or it's the weekend. Come find me if you recognize me, and just be like, oh, hey, I'm gonna be coming in Saturday at 5 o'clock. Are you working that day? And I'll be like, I'm not working that day, but why don't you come in on Sunday, because Sunday's a better gambling day. Sunday's the best gambling day there is. Come in on a Sunday, befriend the dealer, and let's say I might pay you incorrectly every once in a while. Because every once in a while, cameras don't catch it, or I'm allowed to make a certain number of mistakes per week on my shift. It's important that we do reach some kind of agreement. And then after the shift, if you've made money, which you probably will, we'll meet afterwards, and then you give me a little bit of money from your wins. And of course, if you don't come back to me, well, guess what? If you ever come back to me again, I'm gonna make you lose, and I'm gonna make you pay for what you did. But anyways, you don't want to make an enemy of the dealer. You wanted to befriend the dealer. The next breaking news story that I have is, and this one should really go without saying, but I have to say it, always leave up. I don't care if it's your first bet. Once you're up and you've got that feeling of happiness and profit, why ever risk losing that? I don't care if you just play blackjack in your first hand, you made a $5 bet and you win. Guess what? You're up $5. You're feeling great. Why would you want to give that up? Go to the cocktail bar, go to the strip club, go grab a cigar or something if you have time to kill. Don't give it back to the house. It's your money! The next breaking news, gambling tip that I have is don't play slots. Don't even bother going to the slot machine unless you want to make music. Because sometimes when you're changing your bets, it goes boom, 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 boom. And sometimes when you hit like the max bet button, it goes like bing, 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 bing. And you can make some cool little music things. It's always fun to do that. It's a good way to release some stress or just be creative. Because slot machines just don't pay very well. And sometimes you think the lowest house advantage payouts are, the high roller machines, but you're gonna lose a lot more money playing the high roller machines for betting like $100 a spin. Go to the penny slots. Even though the house edge is higher, you're gonna lose less. But I wouldn't recommend ever playing any kind of slot. Why would you? There's no skill involved. There's no way that you can beat the house using any tip that anyone's given you, even myself. Now, I'm doing a little bit of research on the side, trying to find ways to beat the slot machine. Because everyone before me has tried and failed. And where they failed, who knows, they all succeed. And I'll let you know in a future Stan's gambling tip on how to beat the house at slots. But again, I'm still doing research on that. Stay tuned. The next Stan's gambling tip, breaking news, high roller story is dun, dun, dun. Take all the free drinks you can. Get out there. This isn't water. This is pure vodka. With some lime. You should be doing that at the casino all the time. Because when you get all those free drinks, they're paying money to get that to you. Don't ask for a Coke or a water because they're not losing any money that way. And sometimes if you're not doing too well at the casino, you're going to be more or less breaking even on the house if you're drinking, Hennessy or their expensive cognac or whatever like classy stuff that they have. Because let's say you lose 20 bucks and you drink $20 worth of shots or beer or whatever they got, you're pretty much even. It's free entertainment for the day. Now, of course, I wouldn't recommend drinking a lot if you're driving, so make sure you have that under your belt before you go. What else? What else? I think I've got maybe one or two more tips. This is one. Don't play poker. Just don't. There's no way for you to win at poker in the casino because they take a rake and they always take a certain percentage. So even if you have an advantage over other players, you're really skilled or whatnot, that rake is going to take away any edge that you have. And I wouldn't recommend ever playing poker at a casino. The best way to win at poker is go to a friend's house and play there where there's no house edge, right? You all put in money to a pot and you can win that way. Don't play poker in a casino. I have a couple more tips that have been just in my mind recently. I know I didn't write them down beforehand for this thing, but there's a couple more things that you need to do when you go to the casino, and that is to come in happy thoughts. Like you already are winning. If you walk into the casino with the right attitude, in the long run, it's going to pay off. Because if you feel grumpy, if you got that grumpy nature, or even the neutral nature of saying, I don't know what's going to happen, more likely, usually about 5.554 times out of 10, it's not going to go too well for you. And so if you get in there happy and you feel optimistic, even cautiously optimistic, things will work out for you. They will in the long run. So make sure that you're always in there happy, smiling, having a good time. And then, of course, you need to know the best strategy. Now, this is some more breaking news. I know I've said a bunch of this on previous videos about the strategies for all different games like blackjack, roulette, craps, video pokers, but I'm just going to reiterate them because everybody needs to know. For blackjack, you need to know the best basic strategy. I can't stress this enough, but you need to know how to play them on top of that. So the basic strategy is just that. It's basic. You need to use the stands advanced strategy, which I demonstrated in my How to Win at Blackjack video, to make sure that you always have a total number of cards greater than the dealer. So if the dealer's showing a 7, remember that their down card could be an ace. So really, most players, even playing the basic strategy, would read that as a possible 17. The stands strategy reads that as a possible 18. So I want to make sure that I have not 18, but 19 or better before I stay. Why? Because you want to win, and a push isn't a win. People need to understand that, and that's why the basics is just that. It's just the basics. You need advanced training on how to win at blackjack. Of course, we've talked about craps. Always bet the field in craps. Why? Because there are more combinations of numbers that you can win at than there are total combinations on the dice. Yes, of course, there are combinations like 7 which are more likely to win, but those pay really, really crappy at the craps table more than 1. And also, you don't want to bet on 7 because nobody likes 7 at the craps table. Don't even say 7. Don't worry about it. That number, just pretend it doesn't even exist. And of course, the last tip that I have is when you're playing video poker or you're playing some kind of poker game, against the dealer or whatever, always go for the royal flush. I see so many people that, think that they have a good hand with a flush and they just keep it, or they have a very high full house, right? If you discarded just a couple cards in those combinations, you might be able to get a royal flush. And a lot of casinos have big payouts. Sometimes even there's progressive machines as well, so keep an eye out for that. Another thing is, I've seen a lot of YouTube comments on this video that call it out as BS. I'm going to tell you it's not BS. When you play roulette, you find a single 0 roulette wheel. Don't ever play at the double 0, but you put that money on 26 and you're going to win more in the long run. I've looked at the patterns, the wheel patterns on single 0 roulette wheels. Only those wheels have a slightly imperfect slot for 26, and it just finds its way in there slightly more than any other number. Anyways, I hope you learned a thing or two from these tips, breaking news stories, and I hope to share more with you as I continue to do research and as I continue to gain experience in the high roller room. If you have any questions about my strategy, feel free to leave a comment. If you have any criticism, feel free to leave me a comment. If you have any suggestions about future strategies or bets or whatnot, let me know and I can do some research for you, because I'm here for you. I'm here to make sure that you can win the most possible money that you can in the casino. Anyways, this is Stan for Stan's Grambling Tips. Hope these tips will help out with you winning more money in the long run. Thanks a lot. See you later. Have a good one and have fun out there.